FTX spent $256 million on Bahama real estate. Now the island's government wants it back. This is a CNBC story on page 9. So, okay, so Bahamas lawyers at FTX executive Sam Bankman-Fried and Ryan Salami, what a last name, spent $256 million to buy and maintain 35 different properties across New Providence, Bahamas. Now Bahamas regulators are trying to claw back the property from FTX U.S. bankruptcy protection proceedings, telling a Delaware federal judge that allowing the properties to be administered in U.S. courts would be both administratively ineffective and illegal under Bahamas laws. Tens of millions were spent just at the small island development that Bankman-Fried called home, with FTX Holding Company buying at least 15 properties and one vacant lot for a combined total of $143 million. Two of the largest apartments at this private Albany development came in an eye-watering $30 million. Another was purchased for just over $21.3 million. Tom, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't know if anybody knows about Albany. Albany is very popular. You're seeing NBA players and athletes and billionaires that are looking around over at Albany. And matter of fact, I think you guys took a vacation and you were invited to go check it out as well, I think, and you saw it?
We saw this one property we liked a lot.
So It's a pretty cool...
It's a sick, by the way, it's a sick community.
Okay, so when you're trying to sell these high-end properties, what you don't want is 15 properties to be caught up in U.S. bankruptcy court with signs out front that says auction pending. What you want is the government wants our bankruptcy court to release them back so that two things can happen. Number one, it doesn't affect the value of the other Albany properties. And number two, they can sell them to the next guy. So this is actually kind of funny with the Bahamas. Like, yeah, listen, wait. This would be illegal under our law. Hang on. And I noticed the order, they say it would be administratively ineffective. And oh, by the way, it's illegal under our law. So please get out of here. Give us the property back. Let us sell it to the next guy. Please, and don't auction it off at some low number, because they're just going to auction it off in the bankruptcy court. They don't dress the thing up. This isn't like a professional sale. There'll be an auction over there. It'll sell at 60 cents on the dollar. And then that money gets used to try to go back to the fraud victims. But it's actually kind of funny because this is a really fantastic, Albany is a fantastic community over there.
It is a fantastic community.
What they don't want is all this madness. They want it all done. They want it over.
It's like the property we're trying to buy, the 11-acre land that we made an offer on, that the individual is having issues with the court. You know which one I'm talking about, Tom, that is going away for 10 years to jail, and we can't buy this property because it's held up by it's a very complex issue. So the realtors locally would like to be able to sell that property because they're going to get a nice commission because it's a big land. But this is very unfortunate, but also at the same time, I don't blame the folks in Bahamas for wanting to do that.
And the neighboring commercial properties over there that you're trying to buy, they don't want this thing sitting here.
No,
with the
they do
vacant
not.
lot, the construction equipment, and the chain link fence. They're like, somebody please buy this.
Exactly. It hurts yours. It hurts your property.
Yeah, this makes me think of what we did at the Vault. We had Robert Kiyosaki there. We had a bunch of speakers there. But what was the one gentleman from Enron that we interviewed? What was his name?
Andy Fastow.
Andy Fastow. Shout out to Andy Fastow, who's the CFO of Enron. And I think it's so powerful what you do when you bring in these speakers. You bring in these guys that tell you and give you motivation and encouragement and incitement, and all that's great. But also, let's bring in some people to tell you what not to do. Right? Whether it's the CFO of Enron, Andy Fastow, who was the CFO of the year, then he was showing off his inmate number the next year, which is pretty intense. So you look at this Sam Bankman-Fried situation, and it's like, let's all realize that whatever thing you're doing that is shady, illegal, just downright fraud, you're going to get caught. It might be a year, it might be 5 years, it might be 10 years, it might be 50 years. But, I mean, look at Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby, or
did you hear what he
eventually
said?
You're gonna get caught.
Did you hear what he said? That why he shouldn't go to prison.
Who's that? Bankman-Fried?
Did you hear what he said?
Does it have to do with personal responsibility?
No, he said because I'm a vegetarian and have ADD.
That's hilarious.
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future looks bright. If you believe future looks bright, get your latest Future Looks Bright hat of Valuetainment. It says Future Looks Bright here, Future Looks Bright here. We got them in white, we got them in black, we got them in red. Our black on black sold out. These are about to sell out. If you haven't ordered one yet, we had a person in Michigan, bought one, then he bought three. Then when those three people weren't in the office, they had to order 58 of them. because people wanted the Future Looks Bright hat, especially during times like this, because ain't nobody saying Future Looks Bright. To order your Future Looks Bright hat, click over here. And to watch the entire podcast, click here. Take care, everybody.